Hey, this is the fourth and last video I'm releasing about moving to Mexico. And today I'm going to give an overview on real estate in Mexico for foreigners. If you haven't watched the previous videos and you're thinking about moving to Mexico, then please take a half hour and check those videos out. I've made a few other videos about buying property in Mexico, so I'll try to avoid a lot of repetitive information here. Also, if you've been watching these videos and you're not subscribed, then help a gringo out and subscribe now. First thing, foreigners can buy property in Mexico. If it's not the easiest country for a foreigner to buy property, then it's for sure in the top 10. I've mentioned this before, but the general rule is for real estate in Mexico, easy to buy, hard to sell. So if you're thinking about buying a particular house or condo, then consider how appealing it's going to be to a potential buyer when you sell it in 10 years. If you're buying on a nice beach in a popular town like here in Zihuatanejo, or somewhere with a great climate and a good expat community like San Miguel de Allende, and areas within those towns where the infrastructure is really solid, in terms of access, roads, utilities, then you're going to have a better chance to receive some return on investment down the road. If you're not concerned about a return on investment, then that really expands the market within Mexico. If you're expecting to spend the rest of your life in this home, then future property values don't really matter to you. If for some reason you're watching this and not sure if Mexico is where you want to move, then other countries that are easy to buy as a foreigner and have good infrastructure and the best opportunity for a positive return on investment include Costa Rica and Panama in the Americas, and Greece, Spain, and Portugal in Europe. But enough about those places. My personal belief is that the majority of foreigners that live in Mexico or spend 6 months plus per year in Mexico don't necessarily need to buy a home. If you're committed to making your home base in a city in Mexico for the next 10 plus years like we do, then it could make sense. Most people that do purchase, they buy into condos because the monthly HOA fee covers the property maintenance, and you generally have staff on site to keep an eye on things and are there to help with emergencies. You can leave town and not worry about cleaning the pool. But if you're in your condo full-time, there's going to be at least owners from 3 different countries and probably double that in opinions on how to run things. Some people don't really want to move to Mexico and then have an argument with some guy from Minnesota or some lady from Winnipeg about the rules for using the pool. With a house, you're going to be responsible for the property and all the rules. And unless you're in a gated community, there's probably not a monthly HOA fee to be paid. There's no MLS in Mexico, no Zillow. Realtors aren't required to pass an exam or have a license to sell property, and there's no escrow. Most home purchases are cash deals. There are a few ways, and there are more companies that are coming about that are making it a little bit easier to finance a purchase. You'll need to put down a larger down payment, and there's going to be a higher interest rate and generally a shorter term. If you're buying within 50 kilometers of the ocean or 100 kilometers of the northern or southern border in Mexico, then you're going to have to place the deed in a bank trust called a fideicomiso. You still own the house, but there's an additional $1,500 US or so in fees to purchase, and then a bank's going to have they're going to charge you an annual payment of about $500 US. Your closing cost to purchase the property, no matter where you buy in Mexico, it's going to be right at 4.5% of the total purchase price. And it takes generally 3 to 6 months to close on a sale once the buyer and seller have agreed on a price. When we bought our house right here, we attempted to wire the final payment at the exact same moment the home was transferred into our name. The old owners also wanted to make sure that they were getting paid before the home was transferred to us. There's a lot of trust there. And there is a little bit of potential for some funny business. So you need to make sure you feel good about your realtor, the seller, and everyone else involved. If and when you sell your house, you may have capital gains taxes of 20 to 35% of any profit that you earn. And then your realtor is going to ask for another 5 to 6% commission on top of that. All things to consider. The 4.5% of the purchase price when you buy also includes confirming that the deed of the property doesn't have any, or it's free and clear basically. And if you've seen some of our previous videos, you know that we do recommend getting a surveyor to make sure the property lines are right. If you plan to rent your home at all, then the Mexican tax authority, they're going to want to make sure you're paying your fair share. This includes 16% VAT tax and 2 to 20% of the gross income. For permanent residents and citizens, you're able to reduce your tax liability in half. One more thing, I don't think we could have imagined the amount of tools that we would need when we bought this house. It came with nothing. It's like one of those things where you spend a lifetime accumulating tools for your home, and then you buy a house as an older person in a different country, and you have no tools. We bought this house 5 years ago, and it still feels like every week we've got some new drill bit that we need, another shovel, a bigger wrench. It just never ends. Anyways, hopefully this helped. Thanks for watching these videos, and we hope that some of you come down here and join us in paradise. All right, take care. See you soon.
Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe.